Welcome to Casually Dressed Deep Conversation with me, Greg Chalmers, and as always, we're in our country's away strip this evening. It's Christopher Shields. How you doing, son?
I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. How are you getting on?
I'm good, mate. I like your hair tonight.
Yeah, you're liking it, man.
You're looking good, mate. You're looking svelte.
No svelte, because I've been eating my feelings for the last 6 months, mate. So.
Our guest this evening is boxer Jay McFarlane. How are you, Jay?
I'm fucking fantastic, mate. I'm great.
You didn't
To be honest, mate, I'm fucking knackered. I'm training now. I wasn't training last time. I was on fire. Literally. On fire last time, you know what I mean? I'm fucked in it.
So I think we should probably let everybody know what happened the last time Jay was on the podcast. We tried to have a conversation with him in January, and about 15-20 minutes into it was this piercing noise, and I remember your face going, "Do you know that? What's that noise? Back in a minute, lads." And then just never came back because Jay's caught fire. So it was one of the more bizarre experiences we've had on the podcast. But we've been assured this evening that all electrical appliances, apart from his phone charger, have been turned off, and we're all safe and sound. So you're saying you're knackered. So you've got a fight coming up, eh?
Aye, I'm back training again. I'm fighting 31st of July. I'm fighting, mate. So just shy of 7 weeks, I think, 6.5 weeks, something like that.
How are you feeling about it?
I've been out for 17 months. Good, mate. Good. You know, I never trained for ages, and fucking I went up to 100. But I mean, looked at the scales, man. I'm at 140 kilo, and it's not healthy. It's not just that I was fucking heavy. I was fucking morbidly obese. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm a professional athlete. He's not good at all, man. And I just I need to stop doing this and stop getting fucking huge in between fights, and then it's just the whole camp becomes a fat camp and no a boxing camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just becomes by the time you end up in the ring, you've fought the hardest fights against the scales, and getting in, and you're just wasted out. I suppose.
Sorry, Chris, on you go, mate.
Do you find that? I suppose it's maybe a bit easier because you're a heavyweight. You go, well, I mean, you're kind of in an open-ended weight category. You can kind of. It's maybe easier for you to cut a corner here and there, or.
I see that's always been a kind of blessing and a curse for me because it means that I can just fight. I don't need to cut weights and I don't need to do this to fight, but it also means I can be a fat lazy bastard and no train, and I can eat a lot of shite because it's uncapped. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I come in at 23 stone or if I come in at 15. I'm still fighting as heavyweight. So it's a bit up and down. It's a bit up and down with being a heavyweight. I made cruiserweight 3 years ago. That seems fucking like a lifetime ago, which is 91, and I fought for the Scottish title.
I was going to ask you about that, because you went through a real period when you were originally with a good friend of ours, Liam Conroy, and you seemed to be like cutting right down, and I remember thinking, what, like you were like in some shape. And I remember because my first experience of yourself was watching a video of you on IFL TV for the Madison Square Garden fight, and the difference between you there and when you fought Ratu for the Scottish title, Scottish cruiserweight title, was night and day, like massive.
No, it was crazy. You know, when I fought, it was a bit different, but I genuinely nearly died making the weight. It's not just fucking killed me. I fucking genuinely nearly did. I done 24 pounds. I dropped in a week.
Wow!
Crazy water load I done. You start off drinking 3 gallons of water, so I was doing that for 4 days before, and then basically my last meal was on a Monday and I weighed in on a Friday, and the whole time I was in the saunas, in salt baths. It was fucking horrible. So I weighed in. There's not many pictures of the weigh-in because I look like a junkie.
Yeah.
Honestly, all I was fucking lining up for my methadone. My eyes were all sucked in. And my hair was quite long at the time because I was just dived at a sauna. I was all frizzy. So my eyes were all sucked in. My face was like that. I had this mad fucking frizzy barnet. It looked horrible. And then the next night, I weighed myself before the fight. Obviously, they're not meant to put on more than 10 pounds. But I weighed her at 14.4 and I walked into the ring at 16.5.
Wow.
The night after. It's
Wow.
crazy. So it's 36, was it 36 pounds, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 30, I don't know, something like that. Something crazy. Is that right? I don't know. Fucking somebody get a calculator. My head's too fucked in it.
No.
So-
it was mental.
I want to take you right back. How did you get your start in boxing?
It's just a wee fat cunt, mate. You know what it was, mate? I used to play football, and then I played football when I was a wee guy, and it was like, that's good, that'll get him active, got me moving about and all that, and I decided I quite like being a goalkeeper. I don't know how to run. So I ended up a goalkeeper, and what happened was I took up most of the goals, so I'd save everything. I was 13 stone by the time I was 8. I was fucking Channel 4 fat. It wasn't good at all. Massive.
13 stone at 8.
13 stone, 8-year-old, because I weighed in the first night. Everybody used to weigh in the gym I went to, and mate, it was fucking 86 or 80, I don't know. Was it something like that?
Aye, about 80, 83, 84 kilos thereabouts, man.
At 83, I'm sure it was 83. I weighed in it. But my first fight was at 10-year-old, and I was 75 kilo. I'd never ever seen it before. Never seen anybody as fucking heavy as that before.
Wow.
I was just big, but I was just big. Even I've always been. I always just been big. I was always tall, but I was just fucking fat as fuck. 13-year-old, I was a super heavyweight, so I was over 91.
Wow.
Who could you
I was an amateur boxer for 8 years. 8-year-old till I was 16, and I had 16 fights.
Just couldn't get matched.
I had about 40 odd exhibitions. I've been in the ring about 60 times probably, but the only fights was towards the end of it. Could never fight because of my size and that. It's mental.
Wow, that's nuts, man.
That's mad. That is mad. So
used to do. I mind going to a boxing club somewhere out in Edinburgh anyway, and I done an exhibition with this guy, and he was like, I fucking learned him as well, and he was older. I think he was maybe fucking 28, 29, something like that, and he was like, I wonder why that never get made a fight. And then he was like, oh, just as well, because you fucking done us there and all that. And I was like, I well at him, it's because I'm only 14. And he started laughing. And he's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, there's my card. It was still fucking obviously junior. And he's like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
But that was just the way it was. But I got into boxing because it was just it was my man that took me down with her pals. Her pals got twins that were into it. It's irrelevant, but they just took me down because of the size of me. It's just to get me to do something. First night I was in, I just fell in love with it. The first night I walked in and the coach thought I was somebody else. We shared boy passed away a few years ago. He was my first coach, Robert McDermott, he was. And he thought I was somebody else. So first night I was in was to go in and spar, and I was sparring with this 15-year-old. I was about 8, but I was that size, so it didn't really matter. And I went in, and the boy fucking cleared me. I never loved something so much in my life. I just started fucking swinging hell for leather, good back, not a clue what I was doing. And he was like, you're a tough boy, I like you. He's like, what was your name again? And he said something else. It wasn't that, obviously, because he thought it was somebody else. So, no, I'm Jay. And he's like, when were you born? We'll get you carded. And I'm like, 98. He's like, what? That boy's 50, you're 8-year-old. Fucking that, it was fucking mental. I was that boy that was 15, man.
Fuck it. Can you imagine being that? Can you imagine being a 15-year-old though? You know what I mean? And just going fucking
Piled in an 8-year-old.
Imagine you're leathered. You know what I mean? Just being leathered by an 8-year-old man. Fucking hell, you'd never live it down, would you?
No. No. Just as well. So no, but just as soon as there, I just loved it. I just loved it. So just even then, I started trying to figure out. I was like, well, if he's going to do this, I can do that, and that was me being in the gym for fucking
weeks,
30 minutes. You know what I mean? It was just I just fell in love with it straight away, and it's fucking been my life since, man. More than half my life I've been watching. Was that 15 years?
Wow.
Fuck, that's insane. That 15 year it will be in August. I started in August just when I went back to school.
So tell us about your fight at Madison Square Garden, because that's a huge venue.
Oh, fucking! I made it. In my head, I was like, I'm a fucking king. I'm a daddy. And I'm a fucking fourth ever Scotsman to go here, the youngest fighter to fight in this place. I'm fucking setting history here. So just too big for my boots. Never trained properly. Just I tried to train like a public workout. I videoed everything. It was like tapping at the pads like Mayweather, blah 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 blah. As if I'm doing this. Never done any of the hard graft. Fucking, I went fucking in my bigger tits than my missus. Know what I mean? It was shocking, mate. Know what I mean? 19-year-old, and you never seen anybody in so bad shape until I fought an ultimate boxer, which I was in worse shape and mad with. But fucking no, it was bad, man. I just thought, just in my head, you're too young for it. I was too young for it. I would never ever change what happened. It was unbelievable. You know what I mean? As I said, I was the youngest fighter to have fought there. I'm only the fourth ever Scotsman. The last Scotsman before me was Gary Jacobs that was training me at the time. It was mental.
That's mad.
It was crazy, man. We fat country Glasgow got an opportunity like that.
How did you get the opportunity?
I have a sponsor, William Story he's called. He also co-manages me with Sam Tyner. He was sponsoring Golovkin at the time, who was the main fighter, and worked out a deal with a sponsorship in which I could go on the undercard.
Wow.
But do you know what's crazy is, see if I was to have trained for that fight and won it, they told me after, I don't know why they would decide to rub salt on, but they told me after, if I won that fight, I was going to be on both of the GGG Canelo cards. Well, I was going to be on that, and then I would have just continued to be on the golf cards. I would have been on the next one as well.
Wow. You'd have just been one of those guys that just gets rolled out onto those sort of shows.
I would have been fighting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in front of 20 people, but I would have been in amongst that crowd all the time, fucking showing them press conferences and
exactly,
and just the exposure.
Aye, that's it. They stuck a couple of taxi drivers in front of you, fucking knockouts, you a highlight reel at the end of it, and then that's it. And then just build the momentum, and then before you know it, it's just it's a profile. You know what I mean? It's man.
I know.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy, but he decided to tell me that after, and then
it's good in the mat, isn't it?
I know. They told me before I might have trained for it. But I was fucking, and then the fight I had straight after, I was going down to Newcastle. Wait, hear this, mate, it's fucking mental. So it was a fixed match. I was there to win. I wasn't to knock the guy out. I wasn't to try and knock him out because he was fighting in 2 weeks. So I was to go and I was to play the game, and I'd already won on the cards. Right, that was it. It was sorted. I paid money out of my own pocket and all that for the fight. The result came round, and because I'm Scottish, it was in Newcastle. Because I'm Scottish, the referee has been told the home fighters to win. Because I'm Scottish, he thought I was the away fighter. Announced the other guy as the winner. That guy Tom Rooney was like, "There's a video somewhere," and he turned round and goes like, "What the fuck?" As in, like, I've just been part of a fixed match that I was to lose, and I've just won. So I ended up with a record of 2-2, and I won that fight in New York. I don't care what fucking the judges said. No, that, but any boxing news is even though I was fucked and I never boxed to my ability, I won, so I should have been at that point. I should have been 4-0, and it was 2-2.
Oh.
A poor judgment, and it was what it was. You know what I mean? It's just the way shit happened. But I'm not fucking short of hardships in my life. It didn't bother me that much. I was never expected to do anything in boxing, so I did do was a bonus. So and then started training with Lawrence Murphy, the cracking guy. Started training with him, and I fought a guy called Joan Valou.
Yeah.
Who at the time he was 5-1. He just beat a guy that was 11-0. Everybody was going, "Gee, you just go through the trot. What the fuck are you doing? I should be fighting a bin man or fucking. Do you know what I mean? I should be fighting something like that."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I fought him and fucking schooled him. Absolutely schooled him. But I just wanted to prove I'm not a joke. I wasn't, because obviously it was 2 journeymen I fought first. They would have, you know what I mean? They had decent enough records. It was 1-1 and 1-0. So it was like, oh fuck, that looks quite good. But the fucking journeymen, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course,
and that got away there.
No, you're still here. Yeah, you're still here.
You're here, You're here.
Still there, 20%. Sorry, I'll list with iPhone 11 Max, not really. Battery for days, mate. I'll cut out in about 20 seconds of it. But I just wanted to prove it wasn't a joke, do you know what I mean? Just, and we fought him, I put him at the ring to get back up, and I think I put him down 5 times or something.
Wow.
And he just kept getting back up. One of these just tough coconut head, big Fijian boy. He's actually, do you know what's bizarre? His best mates with Ratu that I fought for the Scottish.
Really?
They boxed in the army together. It's fucking mental. But
Fijians are just they're cut out of fucking granite, man. They're just hard bastards. Like I know. Aye, they're just really hard guys.
So tell us about the Ultimate Boxer experience.
It was brilliant, mate. See, do you know? They've just signed. I wouldn't. If I was to go with a promoter, it would be them. I love the shows. The shows are fucking excellent. Mm-hmm. The way they work everything, the way they do it from a different angle. They don't do it from a boxer's point of view or a boxing promoter's point of view. They're nightclub owners. That's what they are. They run big fucking celebrity nights and all this. It's all influencers. It's all that. It's a mad crowd. It's not really a boxing crowd, but what a fucking buzz they create. It's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Like they have it's like guys like what's his name, Charlie Sloth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was like him doing a DJ, and that attracts a different crowd, and then this attracts different people. They're very, very clever. It's mental because they've been in the boxing game for 20 minutes, and they've now just signed with Sky because Matchroom's away with his own. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah.
But I fucking, because they were meant to begin me a contract to fight in the boxer shows when it was still BT, and I tag him on this because I kept tagging him. But is this what he's waiting for to send me that fucking contract? Get me on Sky. Fucking pricks, man, you know what I mean? But no, I really enjoyed working with them. They were great, and the show was brilliant. I just fuck that.
It was just one of those. But I remember watching the fight, and like it started at a ferocious. Like it's not the sort of. I mean, I know it was only 3 round fights, wasn't it?
Aye.
So I remember 3 round fights. So it was like, I mean, I knew it would. 3 round fights were going to be quicker, but your fight was a fucking out like a bastard steam train, man.
Fight of the night, man.
It was, mate. It was, and you know what? Like, genuinely, you were so close to dropping it. Like, you buzzed them.
They were nearly been doing that first round, but I was told over the 3 round fights, if you wobble them, all you need to do is win the first round, jump back, and you'll win another one. So I won the first round. I came out a wee bit slow second round because I knew I was fucked, mate. See, after the fight, I went into the changing room to finish the bottle of bucket started. I was sitting in the hotel bar the night before myself, drinking monkey shoulder because I seen that they had it. I was in a bad place mentally, do you know what I mean? I was just drinking all the time and fucking pulling it and just been a fanny, do you know what I mean? I was just, I wasn't in a good place mentally. But if I had trained for that, even half, if I was 40%, 50% of what I could be, I would have won that tournament. Mm-hmm. And I reckon I'd have stopped each boy every round. It was fuck, it was just bad for me. But as I said, I was in a bad place mentally, and it's not always an excuse to go, "Oh, well, I was in a bad place," because you can only be in a bad place so much.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a bad place all the time, but on paper, I've lost 5 fights. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course.
And the more you lose, you become less valuable. Even though I've lost against guys that were there to win, I never, because I don't shy away from fights. I just fight. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't. I'm not scared of losing. I said I'll take 100 losses, but I'll still get somewhere.
So what's different? What's different now with your training? Are you taking it more seriously?
Because over the lockdowns, I've been offered. I've counted it all up. I've been offered about $250,000 worth of fights, and in fights.
Wow.
And that was no happened. I've accepted every one of them.
Wow.
I accepted fucking 30 grand here, 20 grand there, fucking 15 grand here, 10 grand here, this fucking here, this there, that. All the time. It must have came up to a good 20 fights, 25 fights that I've accepted and have not happened for one reason or another. But they all offered me them because I was unfit and they know I'm not training. Because as soon as I started training again, the offer stopped. Right. See, when I was posting about my training, the offer stopped.
Wow.
I was getting offered Alan Babbage constantly, accepting it. It got to the point where when I heard I get told by, I just heard this, you know what I mean? But get told by Mark Tibbs, he said, that's a fucking dangerous one. That's not a pushover. It's don't be deceived by his record. Because he used to have me doing sparring with Dillian White. But it was don't be deceived by his record, and then it never happened. So I started pestering on social media, and now I'm blocked. I told my fucking legion of Mongols that follow me on Instagram. I told them to go and as me just dropped 1,000 in it. I told them to go they can't find the follow buttons, it's alright. But I told them to go and pester them. And fucking I've had a good 300 messages where Alan Babbage has blocked them. So this account's no longer available. He was just blocking everybody that I sent to pester him. I sent people to pester Eddie Hearn. It was fucking brilliant. I knew it wasn't going to happen because I pissed the guy off, and the guy's the side of the whole thing. You know what I mean? Sure, he wants to fight, he'll fight. But I was like, fuck him, I'm going to do nothing. I did. And he still gets messages to these days. Why you not duck David Farr? Why you ducking him?
That's class.
I don't know if I want to fight him now because he looks fucking good. You know what I mean? He's got better.
Aye.
He is. He's improved. He's definitely improved.
He started, but he's improving. But they're putting the right opponents in front of him, say that way. But with a good 12 weeks, I reckon it's sparkle.
Think so?
Aye. I'll be a good 12 weeks. Aye. Who wasn't it happen? Somebody hit him and his legs got a wee bit shaky, and then he chinned him because he just fucking threw about 100 punches.
But like you say, he's been matched.
I don't know who it was, but somebody hit him and wobbled him, and it was somebody light. Might have been that. Wasn't it Shadell Winters? I don't think. But somebody hit him, and he just seen just a wee twitch in his leg. I was like, if I hit him with that, let's take it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if I get a good 12 weeks, I reckon I'd stop him. I reckon he gas himself after 4 or 5.
Was it because am I right in thinking that you had a shot at, well, you'd agreed to fight for the IBF European step title as well, didn't you?
That was another one.
Yeah, because I remember thinking that's a fucking
great fight, mate. Southpaw. They looked at me and they thought that they looked at me and thought that's an easy opponent. He's lost fight. Yeah. I boxed fucking excellent. I'm naturally Southpaw. I boxed excellent against the Southpaw because I know everything he's going to throw at me. I was 100% going to that fight and I was beating him. That was what was in my head. I was started training for it, and I just fizzled it. It just fizzled. They were fucking me about because they offered me a price. I accepted the price. They also offered Kamil Sokolovsky. So they offered me 18. I said, I'll take it. I would have took it for fucking 10. I'm fighting for an IBF European title. But they offered him it for 15 at the same time. So I said, I'll take it. They said they'll take it. They were more interested in the fight with me because I've got a better record. I'm an entertaining character. It was going to be on stairs for boxing and all that kind of stuff. And now they've obviously had a think about it. And they've went, is the extra $3,000, is it worth the extra $3,000 we were going to get for him? They fucked me about with it. I was raging. I had it spent before. I had it spent before I did it. You know what I mean? I was ready to do it partying and celebrate and go, hey, fucking. Yeah. Go and go all over the place. I'm going to tip for this round. But it's fucking, I was, and then they just offered him, but they fucked me about for ages. And I got to the point where I just said to Sam, I was like, look, if they come back and offer me again, tell them to get fucked. Because they just fucked me about. And they told me, so they offered me that first, and they said there's actually only 16 in the budget. And I said, well, you offered me that, and I accepted it. That's what happens. And they said, right, okay, we'll see. And then they said, right, if accepted, they'll pay you 18, that's fine. And I was like, right, that's good. And they said, but realistically, they would only want to pay 16. I was like, right, but we've just agreed on 18, so that's happening. Well, right, okay. So you can cover your own expenses. And I went, no, that wasn't in the deal. You were it was just a different thing every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and there was nothing getting signed. There was nothing being signed. You know, I've learned that I need to start getting stuff signed and getting a contract for things because if not, I just get fucked. I get fucked all the time.
Just get things sent over in writing and that. Aye, definitely.
Another one was Nathan Gorman and Daniel Dubois on the shows the week apart. So I accepted Nathan Gorman. I thought, fuck it, I'm right up for that.
Yeah. That's a
great
great fight.
Like shit. I know, there's a cracking fight.
That's a great fight. I'd love to see that fight, man.
Aye. Everybody thought the same thing. That one started through people on social media. That was like looking for an opponent then. But they offered me the fight. I accepted the fight. They were saying, "Oh, we've got a good opponent for Nathan coming back." All this kind of stuff. I messaged Nathan. He had no idea I'd been offered the fight. He was like, "I'm fighting." Who was it? He said, "Who was it he fought?" The boy that fucking. It looks like. I was going to say that. The black guy with orange hair.
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Dubois fought him as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look this up, mate, because that's annoying me.
Aye, it's irritating.
Aye.
But it was. He said, "No, as far as I'm aware, this is who I'm fighting," and he hadn't been told that this guy might not have his visa, so I was getting on.
Aye, you're being lined up. Aye.
Aye. It's no Zeko, no Zeko's a cruiserweight, but it's irritating that. But they fucking they paid me $1,000 12 weeks later. So they did as being a stand-in, and I got the same again for Dubois because they said they got the same as them. So they asked me to be a stand-in in case the opponent pulled out. The opponent pulled out the week before. And they go, I think it was meant to fight that fighter that Nick Webb knocked out. And then the opponent pulled out and they fought a guy called Schneider. I thought I was a stand-in. And they go, oh, well, this guy came in, but it was obviously taking it cheaper. They still paid me $1,000, so I was like, fuck. paid me $1,000 for kids on I wanted to fight. I'm not I mean,
Who would your ideal opponent be? Who would you love to have a go at?
Fucking Logan Paul.
Do you think so? That's a fight, by the way.
I'd love that, mate. Nah, you know what? Jake Paul, mate. I'd love you, Jake Paul, mate. Just spark him, mate, because he's worse. Jake's worse, isn't he, mate? You're just fucking.
I
can imagine the press conference for you two, but I can imagine the press conference for you and with they two, man.
I know. He's not going to want that, no, is he?
I don't
Mayweather, he's not going to come to the Crown Plaza in Glasgow. Fucking Paisley Lagoon Centre.
I demand that. I'd be like, no, it's really Paisley Lagoon or nothing.
Fuck Vegas, I want the Paisley Lagoon. 20,000 people? Nah. I want 300 with COVID restrictions. 2 metres apart. Can't hear it because it used to be swimming holes. Go on, Jake, go on, Jake.
That's it. If there's no basketball court lined out, I'm no interested.
Oh, what, man. So,
how else am I meant to warm up? After that, you know, I tell you what, I've done that in the lagoon many a time because see the place we get changed in is the basketball court. And there's always something nicking about it. I've started playing basketball with my shorts, my boots not up, wrapped up. Never ever get it in. But it's a taking part of it.
That's it. It's just happy to be there. No, see, off the back. So obviously, off the back of The Ultimate Boxer, you struck up a real friendship with Dave Allen, and you were for a while there. You were everywhere. You were all over. You, Dave Allen, Danny Morrell, and that were all over IFL and all over the place. How was that?
It was just with Liam as well. It was just the four of us just fucking bounced off each other.
Yeah.
It took them a good 3 weeks before they realised I'm funny as fuck. Not one of them could understand what I was saying.
Really?
And then no, not at all, mate. Like, as in nothing.
They must have been like, what have we got down here? Who is this guy?
But what was happening, Danny? And he would be like, what? What was happening? And he thought it was like, what's it? Fuck me, man, that's a different planet. Just never understood me at all. And then 3 weeks later, I was just talking the way I'm talking to him. There's a few different places we went. Fucking they would translate for me. That was mental.
Mad, isn't it? That is mad when you've got to have somebody translate in
English.
English. That's brilliant.
The Glaswegian accent's the best, but innit?
Aye, it's class.
I can go to Spain, and I'm the one that has to pronunciate my words in English.
Yeah,
I know.
For him to understand me.
It's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible. It really is.
But see, because we speak so fast, and because of how awkward it is when we do speak, we understand everybody else.
Aye.
Huh?
I can go anywhere in the country and I'll understand what everybody's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no problems at all. Yeah, absolutely.
So who's better, really?
Aye, well, that's it. Aye,
100%.
That's it.
Fuck
100%. So what's your thought? Have you been speaking to Dave much? Because I know that he's come out of retirement now, so he's now back.
I speak to him now and again. Not obviously know as much as when I was a squatter in his house, but I speak to him now and again. I think he'll be up for the show in Hamilton football stadium.
Yeah.
By the way, I should have been on, but Sam took other people's priorities, so I'm not on it, raging. But fucking, I need to sell fucking £150 tickets in the Crown Plaza to the Hamilton Park, Douglas Park, not in.
£150 tickets?
Aye, it's
dinner tickets, isn't it?
Aye, dinner tickets, mate. It's a dinner, so, do you know, see, it does sound like a lot, and as someone that's selling them, you think I need to say this, but you do actually get value for money because you get a meal that's worth about £100.
Aye.
Yeah. In the boxing, and there's usually some kind of form of entertainment and drinks. And I get into trouble for it, but I always pop a bottle on every one of the tables because I hate people paying that price. But the plazas the plaza make the money back with the drinks and all that. So they got fucking nuts. I bet you get the Glens. You don't take Glens.
Just get Jay's homebrew at the table.
What the fuck does he get Kansas Super Tea?
Just dragon soup on the tables.
Oh mate, don't talk about dragon soup, man. That's what I was drinking yesterday. Oh. Aye, rough as
I don't drink, mate. I'm an athlete, so.
Aye, no anyway. Aye, no. Give it. See in 13 weeks' time, right? That'll be it. Half a wagon.
I know. We'll be doing another one. It'll be we had depression again because I've ended up 29 stone. deep conversation with me wanting to go into flight on it. Fuck that again, boys. Fuck that again. I'm there's some buzz in the gym now.
Aye.
I'm training in the new gym. I'm with Jerry Higgins and Priestfield out in Blantyre. So there's some buzz in the gym. It's me, David Jameson, Jordan Grant, who just fought Tommy Fury there. I don't know if you know, he's been quiet about it. He's not told anybody that he's fought Tommy Fury.
I know it's I've not seen.
He's never even posted a picture with Tommy. He's seen his social media. He's posted about 4 a day. You Tommy Fury. It's the same picture. See that way you take like 3 pictures to get a good one?
No.
He'll post all 3 of them at different times. Photoshop a different t-shirt on and all that. Best mate Tommy Fury, but no, Kevin Juris, he's making his debut soon. And with Betty, Sam's just signed for another female boxer. So, but there's a fucking great buzz in the gym. You know, it reminds me of the gym that I basically grew up in. Not with my coach who passed away, my other coach, fucking all my coaches who passed away. The Buck Jerry. I mean, but no, Bert Watt and Clyde Shewer, that was the gym that I trained at for most of my days, most of my years in boxing. And he was the only person that could get me. Never ever held a pad in his life. He was 83, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trained me in his late 70s, and he passed away at 84, I think. Sure, it was 84, something like that, a few years back. And I could never ever train for somebody after that. I wouldn't listen to anybody. Not that I didn't respect them, but I didn't respect them as an authority for me to train like that. But it was because of the gym, and that gym had 4 bags that we used to hang up the bags when we went in. 4 bags, and there was a rope that clipped into the walls, and that was the ring. That was how small the gym was.
Yeah.
And the gym was just packed out constantly. You would have to take shots on bags. 2 people to a bag, and you would have to swap over, and it was just like a constant buzz. And the gym I'm in now, it feels like that. I've never had that feeling before, and I've got it again, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm really enjoying it.
It's come just in the right time as well, really, with everything kind of starting to open back up and shows coming on and stuff like that.
I mean, it should have happened when I was getting offered all these fights for 20 and 30 grand, you know what I mean? When I'm sitting there with 10 grand debt and no 2 coins to rub together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still signing on.
It's like dangling a carrot in front of you, though, innit? Do you know what I mean? You're fucking trying to get a hold of it. Do you know what I mean?
But see, the problem was, it was like dangling a carrot in front of me, and I'd get the carrot, and the carrot was rubber. I couldn't eat it because I kept accepting.
The carrots,
and it never happened.
Just good.
Oh,
I've got a carrot. Oh, hold on.
Accepting it, and I'm like, yes, 2 weeks and I get to eat that. I'm like, fucking shite, mate. Fish. It was frustrating, and it set me off the rails again, and that's what happened. I wouldn't go 48 hours without fucking being on it. Do you know what I mean? It was just the way it was. I was training, and then after training, I would go, right, I'm not training for another 2 days, so I'm going at night. I'll be fucked tomorrow. Take a couple PTs. I'll sweat out a wee bit, and then I'll train the next day. And that was my fucking ethos on life for a good while there. And when obviously, I'm blaming you. It was your fault, the fire hat. But when the fire happened, I ended up sleeping on my flatmate's ex's floor for fucking 4 months.
Flatmates, oh god.
My flatmate's ex's floor, and that's where I was sleeping. Do you know what was mental? Because I signed my pro contract and I was homeless at the time, and I went back to sleep in the flare. Mental.
It's mad, isn't it?
Fucking mad, but I did a different story, but I was sleeping in the flare. I depressed at my fucking nut, and I just started getting it on every couple of days, you know what I mean? I've got pals that are just bad animals, and they'll just be on all the time. And I'm like, fuck that, I'm coming round, I'll disappear for 4 days, and I come back. I wasn't actually disappear 4 days, because I've got a dog there. I've got a dog, you don't know?
Oh, man.
I thought that keep me happy, but it just ends up at every gaff gone.
There's Jay with a dog.
I know. No, it's not that. I've been a good few partners recently. Not the past 2 weeks, because I've been sober for the last 246 hours. But
no, that you're counting.
If I was going to a gaff or something, but where the fuck's the dog? Where's the dog? But you never get that anywhere else, would you?
No, definitely not.
It's just like, what the fuck is that doing here? Yeah, these things are brilliant, man. Everybody loves them. Quality.
That was class, man.
I'd turn up and they'd be like, oh, I thought you were bringing the dog. Well, it's good to see you too, mate.
Good to see.
Here's my taxi. Fucking racing.
So, Jay, what We never really got into this last time, but I wanted to talk about your experience in the Caribbean when you were younger, because obviously it was in the press and all that, and it's one fucking crazy story, mate.
Aye. Oh, lovely place. Lovely place, the Canary Orphanage. It's fucking bananas, mate. Mental, fucking crazy, mate. It's just a bizarre. It was just a bizarre situation that I had to. I know I was only 8 year old. You know what I mean? It was just before I started boxing, but I had to react to it because I was with my wee brother. My wee brother's autistic. Fucking hell. Fucking dinner's coming back in a minute. But my wee brother, he's autistic, and he didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? He couldn't tell his ass for his elbow at the time. He was 6 year old. He's all over the place. He's just been ripped away from his mum. And I never had any. I know I'm only 2 years older than him, but we never had easy growing up, and I looked after him a lot. And I just, it was just like a protector. It was like a fucking 8 year old, and I've got like a father instinct. You know what I mean? I was just anything I could do to protect him, and that was just the way it was. And I never really thought it was about me. It was always just looking after him. We went in an orphanage and fucking. I tried to start a White Lives Matter campaign in the office, but it didn't work. Just got weird. No, it was just being over there. You know, we were the only two white kids that some of these kids have ever seen. Never seen a white guy.
Yeah.
And we were two white kids, and they used to try and just batter us. Because we were different, and that was the way it was. They used to feed us. You know, it sounds like a pure horror story when I'm saying it. They used to throw at us, so the other kids would sit up and they would eat, but they used to throw at us raw meat and bananas because there was a banana tray there. It's mental. I know it's fucking. I can see your face in there because I say this stuff and it seems just like fucking a movie. Do you know what I mean? But it was just throw meat. It was better, like wasn't cooked and just throwing meat and and bananas and fucking whatever. Sorry mate, it was 10%. That was fucking great. I'm bragging about Barry for days. But it was fucking just whatever fruit or that was growing. The other kids obviously got their meals brought in through fucking Live Aid or whatever it was. Comment at least, you know what I mean? It was like packaged meals come in, but we wouldn't get them because we were white. It was fucking mental. And it would just throw, I throw fucking food at us, and just that was it.
How long were you in the orphanage for?
Do you know we were only there a few weeks, a couple of weeks. I know I say I was only there, it was fucking horrific, but it was just until my granny and granddad they really came over and saved us, and literally saved us. You know what I mean? It was and took us back to Scotland. But I think we were in the Dominican Republic for about a good 6 weeks, and we were all in because it was a week's holiday and then 2 weeks in there, and then they were out having to organise fucking lawyers and all that kind of stuff for my mum. So we were there. You know what I mean? So we were on a good holiday, and then we were on a shite holiday, and then it was a good holiday again.
Aye, mate, I've been to the DR, man. It's a scary place, man.
Outside your resort, it's fucking terrifying.
Aye, man. I got a bus through.
6 year olds cutting about mopeds and all that.
I know, mate. Mad. I remember me and this American boy got a bus for the port into one of the towns. And we're on this bus, man, and it's like, when we were kind of started off, it's like the Lilt advert. Do you remember the Lilt adverts? It was just like the Rastas outside, just going totally tropical. No, like sitting looks like wee shanty huts, and then it just get into this bit that just felt dodgy as fuck. There's like guys sitting with pistols and all that, just sitting in the street. Mental.
So you don't look near the house, or just sit there? Just sitting, no doing it.
No doing it, just sitting with a gun.
Just watching everything go by, fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And we've got Jake's with a dog. Just a wee spaces we've just got a Jake with a dog.
Can a dog take away? I mean, they've got cunts sitting outside the house with a gun. This is my bit of street, this is where I'm living.
Back off.
Aye, this is where my sleeping bag goes. Then I was sitting there with a fucking blue staff in his stall. When you get any change, you need to get back to your shelters. You're fucking. Your junkies are well better than me.
Mild better, mate. Mild better.
You know.
Patty Shettleston. Oh, fuck. I mean, that's horrific. It really is, man. So it was more or less just after that then you get into boxing.
But a beautiful place.
Sounds lovely, mate. Not the orphanage. So when you came back,
I only gave it 2 stars in TripAdvisor.
oh, lovely scenery, but the food leaves a lot to be desired. It's lovely if you like raw meat and bananas. Fucking hell, man. You must have had a belter of a tan when you came back.
I know, I just go scarlet and white again. Hey, what that? What that? I thought, well, I'm sure that is the own postcode. But fucking.
Is that so you can find your way home?
Oh mate, I'll cover it. I'll cover the end bit. Yeah, but that's it there. DN12 and then the postcode. If found, please return.
What the fuck?
That's class.
That was after 3 weeks of living there. That'll do that. That'll do
So
that.
this is after they just started understanding you.
Yeah.
Okay, make myself comfortable. Let me tattoo the postcode.
Well, they had to understand me because I fought. I was there for 4 weeks and then I fought in Glasgow, so they had to come up for the week.
Yeah.
And they came up, so they understood me, and then they started understanding everybody else. But
right.
but it was just fucking. I said, oh, there's tattoos. We all get daft tattoos. I get that on my knee. The postcode I found, please return. I never told David about that one because he got I heart pussy and doing his middle finger.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
You remember that? And then he got Chumley, which he used to call his ex. And it was because his ex said something about, what was it, man? His ex said something about, I would never, because he was talking, I don't know, something like that. Said I would never get into a lassie. So it meant when he'd fingered the bird and then went and fingered her, I was like, that is fucking shocking.
That is
ruthless, man. That is ruthless.
I know, it was something he'd fingered, obviously, her name, he'd be calling her Chumley. It was like, so you've been in a lassie. It was something like that. It was fucking horrific, man. Awful.
So, how many tattoos?
Change man.
How many tattoos have you got?
Change man, new, but it's loved up. I don't know, mate. I've got that many that I don't count. Do you know what I mean? My chest is done, both my arms are done, my whole head's done. I've had about 27 nails worth done in my head.
So what is it? So what have you got on your head? Fair.
On the top of my head?
Aye, just all over it.
So back here I've got like an Aztec coin.
Right.
And then there's like a pirate mark coming down here. And then I've got the big Scottish Claymore, 2 thistles that says freedom. Just in case nobody realised it was Scottish.
In case the accent didn't give it away.
And this is the first haircut I've had since January because I got the top bit tattooed.
Yeah.
But I've got sacred geometry across my head, so it kind of shapes and make up universe. It's cool. It's cool. But
getting tattooed in the face, mate. That's mental.
Well, that's the Viking rune. It's called Jera. It's the laird letter J, and it also means power.
Oh.
But it was just to even up because I've got the 13 there, so it goes up and round, so it evens it all up.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's perspective. You'll be able to read one of them, and then the other one's backwards.
Ah.
There's having two perspectives on everything. So.
Oh, right.
And then that was to cover up. I get the cross. We were going out for a drink, and my mate had set up for his second client, and I walked in, and he'd already set it up, and the client cancelled. And he's like, I fucking just set up like that. I was like, I fucking tattoo something. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's something. I'd already did a couple of drinks at this point. I fucking just give me a wee cross. He's like, what? I already had that.
Yeah.
The two ones on the side, the compass and the sword. I was like, fuck it, just leave it up because I've got too much here and that here. And I was like, well, right, fuck it. And then I just done that there. I hated it, but just pure basic bitch, you know what I mean? I'll be cross that everybody's got. It was one step away from a teardrop. I just get that covered up with the cross and arrows. Just piece in it.
So do you think you'll get any more?
On my face or just any more tattoos?
Anywhere is there any more you want to get?
I know, but I'll be covered. I need to. I've still got my side of my neck to do, my traps to do, my stomach back. I'll cover myself up. I love tattoos. I've done that since I was a baby. I used to draw on myself.
All right.
I used to draw on myself. Just for, I love it. I was fascinated with the tattoos and the look of tattoos.
I was meant to be getting.
Promised my gran. I'd never do it. It's visible.
I was meant to be getting my first tattoo on Sunday, and then it moved. I was meant to be getting it. I'm meant to be getting it on Friday, and I've had to move it again. I've not had one before. I'm getting my full hand done.
Aye.
Right off the bat, mate.
Is that so when you've got a long sleeve on, it looks like you've got loads of tattoos?
Yeah.
Aye.
No, it's not even, mate.
That's exactly it.
Mate, see, hang on.
That's exactly it.
Aye, mate, I'm covered.
You're like, it's just a whole sleeve all the way up here. Yeah.
It's just going to look like a wee Michael Jackson glove.
What you getting?
I'm just going to get. I don't know if you know, I'm a photographer. So I took a picture of my missus' eye, and she's got it on my back of my hand, in the back of my hand. But it's like all black to it and that. But
so she can see what he's doing.
Aye.
What are you up to?
Fuck off.
So Jay, before we finish,
eyes the back of my hand.
So before we finish up, Jay, what's your plans for the future, mate?
I'm probably going to go to bed and I'm off now.
Sweet.
And then,
and
then I'm up at 7:30 in the morning. I've got a PT and I'm feeling. No, fucking. You know, I'm just going to take. As I was saying there, mate, I'm literally going to just take every day as it comes and just train and no think about what's next and what's next and what's next and then what's after that. I'm just going to go fucking one step at a time. Do you know what I mean? Instead of just trying to take massive big steps constant, I'm just going to take loads of wee steps and gradually get there. Because I try that too much. I try and just do too much at one time and fucking take a leap of faith and I keep falling. Do you know what I mean? I'll always get back up, but I need to just build my way up. That's just life in general. That's not just boxing, but like one step at a time. I'm trying to stay. I'm not trying to stay. I'm going to stay. And if I say trying to, that's planning for failure, which is more stupid than regular planning.
Mm-hmm. So thanks very much for coming on, Jay. I'm just going to sign off just now. Thanks for listening, folks. Please hit those like and subscribe buttons.